Good morning. I wanted to discuss something um, regarding the term clout chaser. And I hear it a lot on here, so I decided to, because I've seen it, you know it when you see it. And essentially, you get to the point where it's so automatic, you know what the people are doing. You know they're clout chasing. So since I don't know if anyone can hear me, I think what I'll do is I'll wait a minute and see if anyone comes in so I can know that I'm being heard. I guess everyone is sleeping this morning, and Sunday morning sleep ins. We all do it, except people like me who I go to bed late and I wake up early. Oh, frustrating. Well, hopefully you'll be able to hear me. I'm going to go on and continue. Now, cloud chasing is defined as when someone does something for the sole purpose of becoming more popular. And it's used, according to the Urban um, Dictionary, it's used to describe people on social media sites that are shallow, who are shallow and desperate to gain followers and become famous. And the Urban Dictionary also describes it as trying to gain influence. And the key word is shallow, a person who lacks confidence in their own worth and value. Those who clout chase actually, in my opinion, want to be that person. And those who clout chase their content is only motivated by clout chasing, creating beef, but they have nothing on their own to offer. Um, and according to what I've researched, creating beef is a form of clout chasing when it is done against someone who has the popularity they seek. And you see it all the time, and most of us know it when we see it. What those clout chasers are failing to recognize is that the person whom they are chasing actually earned that clout. Now, the clout that they seek is an intangible, it means nothing. On YouTube, what clout have they gained? It's not real. They seek artificial popularity, failing to realize that fame and popularity are fleeting. And people also erroneously confuse clout chasing with admiration. For example, if someone truly likes someone and, say, for example, on YouTube, subscribes to them, that's not clout chasing. That just happens to be who you like. But I think that for the most part, people clout chase because they have no no self worth. They lack self worth, and you see it so much. In fact, I believe that's what a lot of the beef is about. Talking about other people all the time. Um, you know, some some people on YouTube, for example, they only have, um, I guess, their whole life on YouTube is to clout chase after someone else. And unfortunately, it gets old. I think that's why some people pick on the larger content creators because they know if they mention that person's name, then someone is going to come over and look at them and they'll put the name in the title to garner some of that attention. And it's really sad when you think about it because they are allowing themselves to be defined by someone else. Good morning, Just Lovely. Good morning, BMW. Hi, Tiger Lily. I'm talking about cloud chasing because we're beginning to see so much of it. And some of the people that we follow get brought into stuff to get the attention of that person. Some of the things they say, they don't even believe themselves. But they say if I'll say this or I act like this, I'll get his or her attention and they'll mention me. And when people do something for that purpose, it really defines them. And my thing is that, cloud chasing, to me, it diminishes the person doing it, you know. And I decided to do this morning because I saw a lot of it yesterday. And it's disturbing that some people have nothing in their real lives to um, to offer, or they feel that they don't, or they haven't tried. This is all they have is YouTube, the social media. But the number of followers you have, the number of subscribers, if it's not gained on your own merit and your own worth, it is meaningless. Because as I said earlier, the people who actually have that clout have earned it. It's like the people who attack celebrities all the time. Well, that celebrity has earned their clout, they've earned their position. And then someone attacks them and they've done nothing to them. To them, it's so odd. I don't know how they can deal with it. When I was coming up, there was no social media and you couldn't really openly clout chase like that. And the celebrities, they had to get out there and do the work. And if you wanted, if people wanted to further their careers, they still had to get out there and do the work. What did you say, BMW? Attention seekers are defined by their words they speak. Yes. And creating false beef with someone, that's another way. And that's in the Urban Dictionary, um, creating beef, as being secondary to clout chasing. I mean, what is the point of attacking someone who's done nothing to you? And we used to call them brown nosers. I don't know what you all call them today, but that's what we call them. We used to call them was brown noser. You agree, Just Lovely? You know, um, let me do this because I'd like to get some other opinions on this. And I'm gonna put the link in here, and if one of you that are already in the chat want to come up um, and speak on it, feel free to do so. But my concern has been is when I'm seeing it is that these are young people. Yes, BMW bootlickers. These are young people, failing to realize that they have so much to offer if they go after it in their real lives and get some content about other stuff. I think a good example is um, last night's Zoom. And I'm not going to say what we talked about, but, you know, that was content. That was something that you can learn from, that other people can get something from, and that's interesting. And if you don't have anything, don't, the people, they shouldn't be pretending that they do, but that's what they do. But their only content is about the clout they are chasing, and there's nothing else to offer. Wouldn't it be great if we could see some real content from all of these people out there who are cloud chasing instead of going after people? You know, I think, like I said, Tiger Lily or BMW are just lovely if you want to come up and voice something about it or voice your opinion about it. That's why I put the link in there. But again, it's sad and it is really unfortunate that it's a creation of social media, but what are they chasing? What clout do they get on, from going after someone else or trying to get the attention of that person? What do they get in their real lives? What have they offered? Nothing. And I just feel like we have to be aware of it because when it comes to cloud chasing, you know it when you see it. And you can't, you shouldn't rather, continue to fuel these people and give them energy by even going to see what they have to say. Now, someone had said that, I think Leo had said that on several of her lives in the past. And I kind of didn't get it, but I do now because first you're taking in that person's energy, and that person's energy, who's cloud chasing, is of no value and it can become toxic. And essentially, um, they try to pull you into it, but when you give them that attention, then you are assisting them in their cloud chasing. And when we see how someone's name gets brought into everything that they have nothing to do with it, you can clearly say that's clout chasing because they want that person's attention. We saw that yesterday. They want that person's attention, so they mention their name, you know, and, you know, they, for a minute, but what they don't realize, any popularity or fame they achieve, you know, the, through cloud chasing has no value because fame and popularity is fleeting. It's fleeting. And it is now just lovely. I see you want to come in. Is that you with the bubble gum in your mouth? Because it's a different avatar, and you know the little tricks people play on here. So, and I don't know how to get rid of it. Let me see. I'll try it, but I hope none of them pictures come up.
It's me,
Oh, okay. Go ahead, hon. What do you have to say about it?
Miss Ray, and I definitely agree with you. I just saw a video that I felt was disturbing this morning, and I was floored. I was like, Wow. And it was some content from one of the Zooms that we did this week. And I just didn't understand their whole point in playing the playback and the things that they were saying. It was just weird to me.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that too. I saw part of it anyway.
Yeah, I saw part of it because I just couldn't keep going on with what they were saying. What they're trying to, how they're trying to spew it is what I should be saying.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's real. It was weird because I knew that the way that they were trying to paint the picture wasn't the way that the people who were speaking was, talking. And I
Yeah.
do know that a lot of you know that I have my own opinion about some of these people, but I could not agree with what that person was saying. So no. And I think that what they're doing is pushing me to the other side.
Well, I think what happens is that, when you see that and you're disturbed by it, the only thing you can do is um, basically, stay away from it.
Oh, trust me. I had already unsubscribed. Actually, I didn't even go on their channel and see it. It was on someone else's channel who was actually streaming them live while they were live. So I listened at, part of it there. So they're not even getting the credit for it. That's something that they need to handle. They need to go and figure out all these people that streaming them live while they over there acting a fool. And they need to put them in check.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think too that just like the one we saw yesterday, if you look at the bulk of the content in this particular sector, um, you can see the people who are clout chasing. Like I said,
Exactly.
they put the name somebody's name in their title, or now if someone says something about someone and they come back and they put the name, well, that exchange is one thing, but to bring someone up and bring people up who have nothing to do with it, it's just clout chasing. They want the attention of that content creator. They don't. They're not really trying to um, make a point or anything else. They want that person's attention. And I see someone on here named Manning. I don't know you, Manning's mistress, so I'm sorry. I can't allow you to come on here. You're not in the chat, so I don't know who you are. Does
Right.
anybody know Manning's mistress?
I don't.
Yeah, so, you know, I,
It's a
I
private chat. Hold on, let me see what they saying in the private chat.
are they talking in my chat?
It's a private chat. Okay, it say, "Hey, Mama Ray Ellen, this is Miss Diva One."
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'll add her too. Just a minute. Is
Oh
that you,
yeah,
Miss
honey,
D?
that is. You know what? I just thought about it. Man's mistress. Yes, that's her, honey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
'Cause
better watch yourself, lovely. Watch yourself. Don't talk about my white chocolate baby daddy. That's my white chocolate baby daddy.
Because you know how they trick you when they come up here and they put those porn pictures up and stuff. You know, I'm on the lookout for that. And if I don't know the name, then I'm kind of like. But did you have something you wanted to add, Miss Diva One?
You know what? I just want to jump up here and say good morning to everybody. You know it's Sunday, playoff Sunday. I'm waiting for all these disasters to happen today because this football season is out of the norm. I just want to get, because I always try to catch your morning live. I just want to get up here and say I love you, and I hope everybody have a blessed weekend, and try not to let this foolishness, get to them. Like I said, I look at this stuff like a big universal mall. It's something for everybody, and if you don't like it, don't watch.
Move on. That's right.
Yeah. But
That's
that's
right.
all. I just want to say good morning while I'm listening to
Good
you and drinking my
morning.
black Jesus in the cup.
Good morning, hon. You have a beautiful
Them two
day.
ladies hadn't been messing with you, had they, Miss Ray Ellen?
What two ladies, hon?
That Sirius and Alexis, honey.
Oh, no, because I don't have, just like the cloud chasers, I don't have, they don't have access to my life.
Okay, 'cause I know you got your look. You got your Lexus, and I got my Lexus. And my Lexus, I promise you, every morning I be ready to get them, throw her out the door
I
with
don't
the
have
dog.
one. I don't
Well, see,
have
I
one.
look, my daughter named Lexus. I be ready to throw her out the door with the dog. But anyway,
Yes.
I just want to jump up here and say good morning, y'all, and I love y'all, and everybody have a blessed day.
You too, honey, and enjoy your football today.
Yeah, yeah, it's one of them days.
I'm not a football fan, so, you know,
Mhm.
I guess everybody I know is going to be, but everybody I know and love are real football fans. But I've never gotten it. I've never understood them running back and
Yeah,
forth.
you
No.
know, I've always been a NFL fan, but now since like my daughter, she in high school band, nieces, nephews, is like now I got to sit here because I've never been into like just the high school sports. I was in band myself. Now I got to get in basketball, football, baseball, track. I'm like I spread myself so thin trying to run behind these kids and learn this. And Auntie, did you see this? And I'm like, well, what did you do, baby? I don't think I saw you catch. Okay, yeah. So now I got to get into all of it here. These
Okay,
kids will
well,
tell you, hey, you running at 50 miles north.
well, you enjoy your day, honey. I'm gonna find other stuff to do besides football.
Yes, ma'am. And y'all have a blessed day. And Mr. Johnny Mac, come out here and give everybody out here 24 hours. Don't give them 24. Give them 16 hours. Put a root on them because they just acting foolish.
What about
Put a root.
8? That'd be even better. eight
Yeah.
hours.
Put a root on them to undo the root that's already on them because it's like, good Lord. Foolishness at its best. Y'all
Okay.
have a blessed one. I'm out of here, Miss Ray Ellen and Miss Just Lovely.
Well, thank you for contributing, hon. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Good morning, Mr. Johnny Mack. And I wanted to put something on here that Tiger Lily said in the chat. Not everyone can be a content creator. You need talent and you have to engage with your audience. I mean, there's some people who, we follow them for that reason. They have talent. They they're comedic. They're interesting and they have something to say. They're not
Right.
trying to get on here to get followers and that sort of thing because they do have something to say. And that's what I judge it by. I don't run to everybody anymore. I used to when I first started being more active on here. I was running everywhere. I was windmilling for people who didn't even know me.
Yes.
But um, now that I have got some, and this is my own little phrase, YouTube maturity, I've learned to just stay away from those people who have nothing to offer me, you know.
Well, you actually was just doing as me, giving them a chance, and when you realized what they were about, you dipped.
You what?
You left.
Oh, because y'all tell me these words. I've learned so many words. I didn't know what dip meant. I heard it a lot, but I
You
didn't know what
left.
it meant. I didn't know what it meant. I said, oh,
You,
a
you
dip.
know, Miss Ray Ellen. Yesterday, I was out to lunch with a few of my girlfriends. It was three of us, and we hadn't really seen each other in a while. And it was right when everybody was on the Zoom, and I was itching to click the button to get on the Zoom and just listen. And I was like, no, let me get these ladies my attention. But
Hmm.
I was telling them, I was like, oh, it's this lady, her name is Ray Ellen. I simply adore her. And I was
Oh,
telling them about the Syrian Lexus.
oh.
And that was content because when I saw the title of the video, I was like, what bitch is she finna get rid of?
You thought I was beefing with somebody, didn't you?
I was like, what is she talking about? Let me go see what she's talking about. And when I finally caught on to who you were talking about, I was like, now if this is not cute enough.
Yeah, they can, a lot of stuff gets on my nerves and I just talk about it. But I do believe that everyone should strive to talk about who they are or what they want to talk about,
Yes.
but not about
Other
other
people.
people that they don't even know or has nothing to do with what they're doing. Like the video yesterday. For the life of me, I do not understand. I don't get it as to why people are um, so anxious to hear what's going over. And I don't go to nobody's Zoom. I don't want to hear nobody else's Zoom. But that's really confusing to me, and it's disturbing to a large degree because that shows that they lack the ability to create their own content, you know, and we all have to find our lane and stay in it. And if it's solid and if it's who we are, then that's what we need to do, and that's what they need to do. But they continue with it, and there's really apparently no hope for them. But cloud chasing in and of itself is something that it's disturbing because, as I said, the definition I found was that the people who do it are shallow. B&W, you have something you want to add, hon?
Hello?
I can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, this is my first time on StreamYard.
Oh, well.
Welcome and good
Everybody
morning.
give BMW a round of applause.
I know, just lovely. You're very good at it. Let me try this morning.
Well, I've been on YouTube for quite a while, and when they came out with StreamYard, I thought that was like the best thing ever because before this, I used to utilize God, I haven't used it in so long. Oh God, what is the name of that program?
Stereo?
No, no, no,
Mm.
no. It's an application that you can use when you're doing your YouTube so that you can use graphics or show things. And I think that's what StreamYard was actually meant for. But you can include others so that you could conversate with other people. OBS, that's what I used to use, OBS.
Okay.
The only thing about OBS is that it wouldn't let you, add on other people onto your platform. But I like StreamYard. It's pretty good. But yeah.
Well, BMW, what do you think about cloud chasing?
Well, my thing about the cloud chasing and the things that these people say, they're not prideful. They have absolutely no pride because I always carry myself in a way I'm concerned with. People say they don't care what other people think about them, but I do. Even if I don't know you, I want you to look at me as someone that is respectable.
Right.
And some of the things that these people say about other people says a lot about themselves. A lot.
Yeah, I agree.
I
And
do
it's
I agree.
too.
and it's embarrassing. Sometimes I sit and listen to some people and I'm like, I'm sitting here in my own home and I'm actually embarrassed. As if, did she really say that?
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
It's a lack of self-respect also.
Y- Yes, and self-esteem. I just can't imagine going day after day, all day, talking about other people that you've never met, that you don't know, and that you would probably never encounter.
Right.
I don't get it.
Well, I know for a fact that a lot of us would not even associate in real life with some of these people that are doing these things. And
Absolutely.
Right.
that's what I tell myself. Would I associate with them in real life? No. Okay. So why am I watching them?
And I
Or
don't think that their audience actually believe it. They just over there for the mess.
yeah.
Even
And
with
it's
that, the mess is redundant. It's the same thing every
right,
day, all day.
right, right. And as I said, they add people in it who have absolutely nothing to do with it. And it remains my opinion that they want the attention of that person, of that content creator, so that they can get more followers or whatever. They can get the attention of that particular content creator. They know they have nothing to do with it, but they want that content creator's attention. So they mention that person. And it's sad. It really is. And some of them are so young. Well, to me, everybody's young, but some of them are so young. Um, they could be doing something in real life. I mean, what if it wasn't? What if there wasn't a social media? Because that's how I came up, and I was living life. Just Lovely went away. She didn't even say bye. But I agree that the self-respect, they should be embarrassed, but they don't have enough self-esteem, BMW, or self-respect to be embarrassed.
I know. And they're grown women. Um,
Yeah,
they're grown women.
with
I
families.
Yes, with families. And sometimes I'm sure those family members hear these things that they say.
No,
I wouldn't
probably
even
not.
want,
Probably not. I mean, it's kind of funny because one of my relatives, I said, "Oh, I was on my YouTube channel." And they said, "You have a YouTube channel?" You know, they knew. They only knew. So sometimes their families don't know. But it's different when you have a husband, you have children, you have a house to clean, but yet you'd rather be on here talking about someone you don't know, someone who isn't even, people who aren't even thinking about you. That's clout chasing. And it's kind of like their own lives, in my opinion, are pretty empty when they have to chase after a person that they don't know for attention.
Miss Retta Ellen, you just said something. When I'm trying to explain to my friends and family like what we see here on YouTube, they be like, huh? Like what?
girl, just lovely. I know. I do not have one friend that listens to YouTube, understand. I went through a situation for the past almost 2 years with one individual on YouTube. And she's a content creator that drugged me from the rooter to the tutor every chance she got.
But
And
that's not good. Go
I
ahead.
try to explain this to my friends and family. They were like, well, why are you even there? And I had to ask myself as well, why was I here? But it started off with one, I only followed one person, and you all know who that is because that's why we're here. That's why we're here with Ray Ellen right now because of one person. And
Right.
yeah, she dogged me out. I mean, and I couldn't understand it. And I'm like, how did I get to this age in my life and come across, have an encounter with a person like that?
Well, that goes back to cloud chasing, you know, and the reason people do it. They don't have anything else to do. They don't have their own life. It's a reflection of their own life,
Yes, it is.
and
And
which is empty. I mean, if someone will travel to a city after being uninvited and stand in front
okay,
of a mirror and sing and cry and that sort of thing, that is a cloud chaser who is overly invested in any social media.
yes,
And I think that the situation you're describing is someone that is a cloud chaser who was hurt and crying and that sort of thing. I got enough to be hurt about or cry about that may come up in my own life. I'm not going to use any tears,
absolutely.
actual tears. And so when someone does that to you, hon, consider the source.
I did because I was taunted to create a channel. And when that was done to me, I actually end up with like almost 100 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because they were just waiting for me to come back. And first of all, I don't have the energy. I don't have the verbiage to match hers. Okay. I'm the type of person that if I ignore you long enough, you hopefully you'll go away.
Well, you have the verbiage that is a real cut above that person.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know
Um,
what? I be having that issue too, cause I be like, oh, I want to get on here and act a fool just like you, and I be like, oh my god, what I'm gonna say?
You know what I do just lovely? I create a Maturish told show me how to create a troll account and I go trolling along. That's the only way I can do it. That's
yeah,
the only way.
I think when someone comes after you like that and you've done nothing to them, you do have to consider the source and who they are or who they are not. And eventually, ultimately, they'll get tired, okay?
Another
Because
thing I learned.
it's not providing the results that they wanted or that what they consider to be a reward.
Right.
They need somebody to argue with, to go back and forth with. That's who they are. And that's
Yes.
probably who they are in their real lives and why their real lives, in my opinion, because I don't know them in their real lives, but to me, their real lives are empty because that's reflected in what they talk about.
Right.
And all they want to do is get attention. And I think what my 2 cents is here, they pay money to a man they claim they don't like. I feel they're interested
Yes.
to see what bones they can carry. Yeah, I agree, my 2 cents.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about when people feel like they should be able to have an opinion about everything, but when someone else speaks about how they feel about the situation, they want you to shut up?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Now, Sexy Harlem mentioned something, and she says, all about Eve. This was cloud chasing at its finest. I would suggest, if you haven't seen the movie All About Eve, you should watch it because, like she said, like Sexy Harlem says, that was indeed cloud chasing at its finest, you know, and she started from the bottom and she picked her target who could make her go higher. And, you know, just watch the movie. I'm sure it's somewhere because it's an old movie. Go watch that movie and you'll see cloud chasing. But I think this is a cautionary tale. It's a reminder, and it is a, I would say, a warning to try and not provide or give any attention to those people who are clout chasing. You know, now if somebody comes after me, they can't be clout chasing, okay? Because I don't have that kind of following or whatever. So I take it personally. But if I were in someone else's position who had 20,000 plus subscribers, I could not possibly entertain what those people have to say. Now, sometimes they go too far and it gets to be unnerving and irritating when someone continuously brings you up in something you have nothing to do about it and you got to speak up about it. But it's basically what we have to recognize as subscribers and where we put our own attention. And if someone comes after, like someone came after you, BMW, and you hadn't done anything to them and whatever, they were looking for a fight,
Yes.
and you know they didn't realize what it made them look like. So that's another form of clout chasing because if they come after you, Okay, who do you think they're really coming after? Okay,
Right.
there's only one common denominator between you and that person, and
Right.
that's Sean.
Yeah. And
Okay,
she at one moment, just for a small moment, I kind of felt humiliated. But Sean said that these people don't know you. Just think about it. These people don't know you. You'll probably never meet them. But I felt different because I I was in Vegas, okay, and I intend to go again. And I just didn't want to be associated with that type of foolishness that was being spewed. You know, it
mm-hmm.
did bother me for a minute.
Of course.
And then I had to sit back and say, okay, they don't know me. But what they heard, I just didn't want to be attached to that. I didn't want to be attached to it.
Right, right.
And I actually felt sorry for her. I did. I felt so sorry for her. And I said, you know what? I will never be a content creator. I have content, but it's over in the pet section. Because just as
Mm-hmm.
you, just lovely, I have a dog. And you don't get that over there. And I think that's the only place on YouTube you don't get that foolishness.
Yeah,
When you,
pet lovers are different.
yeah,
But if you have content, then you need to do your content. Don't let someone who's cloud chasing or targeting you see you are being used as a means to clout chase and get the attention of of a major content creator. Okay, that's what you have to realize. But don't let that stop your growth and what you want to do because you have a talent, you have a beautiful speaking voice, and everybody loves pets. Okay, well the people who
yeah,
don't, the people who don't, I give them the side eye sometime. Okay,
right.
but
Because my dog even got drugs.
yeah, but when you that's another way that you can recognize a clout chaser and say, why are they coming after me? I've done nothing to them. I don't know them. Then they want somebody else's attention, and you know, just toss it.
But they come after you.
They come after
Okay,
you, but when you realize
no,
why, then once
yeah,
don't add any fuel to their fire.
right,
Like when you ignore them, when you realize why they're coming after you, okay, and you've done
yeah,
nothing to them, then that's when you need to uh, recognize exactly what it is. It's another form of clout chasing.
yeah,
I'll go after one of this person's subscribers and I'll get that person's attention. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah,
you were being used as a conduit for a clout chaser. And that person is clout chasing all over YouTube. We see it all the time. And
girl.
you know, but again, I'm going to emphasize um, if you Google the definition, it will describe people who clout chase as being shallow. They have nothing of their own, you know. And good morning, Patricia Ellington. And who else did I miss? I missed somebody, but I can't figure out who it is now. They want so badly to get that person's attention, they will use anybody. And that's what happened with you. But that's another form of cloud chasing. And cloud chasing, in and of itself, the person is shallow. We see that.
Yeah,
And, you know, and I didn't create that on my own. I got I Googled the definition and and I'll read it again for everyone. It says cloud is when someone does something for the sole purpose of becoming more popular. Used to describe people on social media that are shallow and desperate. And that describes the people who do that, you know. But I'm gonna get off of here, but let me say hi to everyone um, that I may have missed. I'm not sure. Johnny Mac, my 2 cents, Mr. Marcus, hi. Who else is in here? Um, did I miss? Did I miss anybody? If I did, I wasn't really following the chat. I was listening. I do want to say this, what you said before, what BMW said before. Attention seekers are defined by the words they speak, you know. But just think about what happened on Zoom last night, okay? This is why that person is really popular because he provides content and ideas. And so we're drawn to someone like that.
Yes.
And so other people are drawn also, but they're drawn for the wrong reasons. And then you have envy. You have people who are cloud chasing who are envious, you know. Hi, Etta. So I think if we start moving on these streets, these YouTube streets, um, with the dignity that we all possess, I think that we won't be adding fuel to their fire. And what you need to know, if you put a dislike on someone's video, that is also giving them something for their algorithm. If you go and watch it and don't give it a like or a dislike, um, even a dislike has some power. So I don't even put a dislike anymore. If I go over and watch someone, I don't even put a dislike because that's the same as giving them a click when you've already given them a view, you know. So if no one else has something they want to come on here and add to the conversation, BMW, thank you so much for your input.
Thank you for allowing me
And
to come to your platform.
and just lovely, thank you as well. And for those who don't know it, this was BMW's first
Thank
time on a
you for allowing me to
StreamYard, and
come to
I
your
think
platform.
she did great. And you have a beautiful voice, and BMW, you have a great voice also. Um, think about doing your own content. And does anyone else have something they want to add? I put the link in there before I get off. And other than that, have a beautiful Sunday and watch out for those clout chasers and don't let them influence you either emotionally or any other sort of way. You know, if you can, ignore them and really remember the definition, the Google definition described them as shallow and desperate, and that's what they are. Have a beautiful day, everyone.